My cap is down, my scarf is up, and I'm crawling through the crowded alleyway. It scares me and I'm short. It's cold out, but here it is warm, filled with bodies and large heated words. Unfriendly, selling with blood and grief as the currency. This isn't how it should be, and I'm not prepared for it. The road became unpaved a while back in this place between all places. It moves, they say, and to find your way back will be hard, but I remember when it wasn't like this. Just a corner shop, a little ruddy, but fine as you please, taking orders of suspect things that didn't have to walk in the night, or if it did, you could still buy it in the daytime. That was how I got started, when those laughing eyes of the clerk led me to my goals without even me knowing them. And I did not ask for much, and I was happy to pay when I could. I just couldn't pay. Rarity is a constructed thing of villainy and failure. Either they play the markets, limited, they say, or fail to address the demands when it is right in front of them, desperate, in need. They hold the last wineskin, and they say, who wants? Yet it is water in the skin and not wine, and people are thirsty to have it. Perhaps they recognize this desperation, or perhaps they don't see the crowds. We are driven. For me, it is the thirst of the knowledge, that light in the moment I stepped forth into the warm. For me, it is the thirst of that knowledge, that light in the moment I stepped forth into the room of ruddy, worn wood and placed my hands upon the volume, one of who knows how many, and began my journey, although it became harder. Because once it was easier, but we've diverted to be criminals. My coat is thick and woven. My coat is thick and woven, bought from a fine enough store, paid for with currency I have earned with honest hands. My hat has been passed down and is worth nothing but sentimentality, and my shoes are similar, too worn to be of use to anyone but whose feet they formed so long ago. Mine. Coated in the dirt that I displaced to earn the coin that I happily spend on the things that I wanted most, or needed. This coat, for instance. The dirt on my shoes, my earned dirt, mixes with the dust of 100 or more as I tread up the steps to people whose lies are as thick as the coal smoke I see in front of me. I am pale-faced and hard-working, but I maintain my secret that a man with no face can be a dangerous man, and that a short one has more room for secrets and ferocity. Never met a short person who wasn't ill-tempered. I could easily be one of them. Instead, I'm just young. Why did it have to be at the end? I tread long steps to make myself strange, but also to avoid the piles of sick, and perhaps an unusual gait will dissuade most pickpocketers, but who am I really kidding? This is where the pickpockets go to spend, not to earn. In this gray haven of morality and filth, I am safe because of the danger that flows from all around. The rules are different and fluid here. My shoulder is tugged by an arm attached to a pair of breasts so nearly on display. "What you want for a penny?" the voice asks from the bosom, but I tread on in hopes of a familiar scribble or tarp that would end my flight of fancy. With luck, there it is. Dirty and dark, torn and despised, the purveyors of things that people wanted, but nobody agreed to sell. The clerk's eyes go from dull to beaming as my face hits the light inside. A real customer from the days when these things... The clerk's eyes go from dull to beaming as my face hits the light inside. A real customer from the days when these things were not hidden and circumspect, and I know I have been waited for. We smile at one another, embarrassed at this sordid exchange, but my hand goes into my pocket to produce a small bag, and his happily flops a book onto the counter, the fresh cover contrasting with the residue of wine and depravity that the stragglers bring in nightly. "It's new," I can't help but say, and the smile is shared between us once again. "Only 3 days old," he says. This man is older, wiser, and just a clerk, just like I am just a client. But we share this moment as I place my hand on the cover, lightly, trying to feel the words inside. Someday, I will get this in the daylight again. When the pursuit of knowledge and entertainment is not held and cornered, but shared to all those who want it. I look forward to those days, and I can see the wrinkles on the unnamed clerk's eyes that he does too. This underground work is tiresome for something so true and benign. Take it, with luck, he says to me, but stops. You've given too much. The coin in his hand is a bit over the price. Take it, I say. It is a mistake, he insists. Keep it until this exchange is noble again. The unpaved, sullied alleyways are crowded and dirty, but all I have with me is hope in my heart and a book near my chest. I found it, and none can take it from me. That was a reading of my story, Black Market. You can find that on nikaharper.tumblr.com. And of course, I probably wouldn't have made this video if not for my supporters on Patreon, which is an amazing site. And thank you so much for supporting me and pledging to help me make more of these videos. I really can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.